Good morning, children. Hope you all are doing well. This is the part 2 of chapter number 1. In the last video, I have explained you what is cell, what is the history of cell, what is the cell theory, what is the cell theory, what is unicellular cell based on what are the sizes, shapes of the cell, what is unicellular and multicellular cell, what is prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell, what is plant cell and animal cell. So in this video I will explain you what is the structure of the cell. So structurally cell is made up of three main components. First one is cell membrane. Cell membrane is a living membrane having fine pores. It is the outermost covering of the cell. It is made up of lipoprotein. It provides flexibility to the cells and it is semi-permeable. Semi-permeable means it allows only certain particles or substances to pass through it while it prevents other particles. It gives definite shape to the cell. So it is present in both the plant cell, both the cell, whether it is plant cell or animal cell. Cell wall, as you can see the below box, orange box, cell wall is also a protective membrane and it is only found in the plant cell. It is made up of cellulose, whereas cell membrane is made up of lipoprotein. Lipoprotein means lipids and proteins. Now second component is nucleus. Nucleus is very dense, spherical, oval shaped body and it located nearly in the center of the cytoplasm. It is surrounded by a double layer membrane with nuclear pores. Through these nuclear pores only substances can go and can come out. Now the ground substance of nucleus is a semi-solid substance which is known as nucleoplasm. This nucleoplasm contains a network of dark colored fibers that is called chromatin fibers, and these chromatin fibers condense into a short thick chromosome which thicken during cell division. Now what is the function of nucleus? Nucleus controls and regulates all the functions of the cell. It helps in the cell division and it contains genetic material, that is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. The third main component is cytoplasm. What is cytoplasm? It is a semi-fluid substance and all the tiny living body called organelle lie suspended inside it. Like in our body we have different organs like this. A cell contains different organelles. Organelles are basically organ of the cell. Like in our body, organs do unique function, is specific function, like brain control our body. It helps in gives intelligence. It helps in giving signals and all to our whole body. Like this, different organelles play a different role. Function is many chemical reaction takes place here, many metabolic reactions like respiration, like digestion, like formation of proteins, carbohydrates and all, fats and all. Each organelle has a specific function. For example, mitochondria it generates or produce energy, so it is also called as powerhouse of the cell. Same as ribosomes are there which synthesize proteins. Now a few slides I have taken from your book, page number 3. So please open your book and have a look in table 1.1. In this table, different cell organelles are given along with their characteristics, main characteristics and their chief functions. Now first one is cell membrane, that we have already discussed. Cell membrane is also called as plasma membrane. Always remember, it is the outermost covering of our body. Like we have skin in our body, like this and all the animal cell they are having cell membrane. Now it is flexible, it is a living membrane, it possesses fine pores, it is a semi-permeable and it is made up of lipoproteins. What is the chief functions? It regulates the entry and exit of the certain solutes and ions, and secondly it maintains the shape of a cell. It separates the content of the cell from its surroundings also. Now second organelle is cell wall. Cell wall, as it is written in the bracket, it is present only in the plant cell. It is a outermost covering of plant body, plant cell. Cell wall is a non-living. It is freely permeable. Freely permeable means it allows each and every substances to pass through it. And the main point is it is made up of cellulose. It gives rigidity and shape to the cell. It allows substances in solution to enter or leave without any disturbance or hindrance. It provides protection. Third is cytoplasm. All the parts together inside the plasma membrane excluding nucleus, means except nucleus, other part present in the plasma membrane or cell membrane is cytoplasm. It contains a mixture of water and soluble inorganic and organic compounds and other organelles that we will learn in detail. Now, what is the function? All the metabolic activities is going on inside the or takes place inside the cytoplasm. Next one is endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, as you can see, it is irregular network of double membrane tubules, blue color you can see. It is continuous with plasma membrane on the outside area and nuclear membrane on the inside. So it is attached with nucleus membrane also. It is of two types, smooth endoplasmic reticulum SCR and rough endoplasmic reticulum RER. So in the smooth one, it is plain, it is without ribosomes, and in the rough it is attached with ribosome. And it is basically, what is the function of endoplasmic reticulum? It provides supportive framework to the cell. It helps in synthesis and transport of proteins and fat. Now next one is mitochondria. What is mitochondria? So I told you mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell. It generates energy for a cell in the form of ATP. It synthesizes respiratory enzyme. It contains respiratory enzyme. It is also a double membrane. It's the inner wall thrown into folds, that is called cristae. It has the one main point, important point is mitochondria has its own DNA, and it has ribosomes, so it can produce proteins. Now next one is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is present in the animal cell, and in the plant cell its name is dictyosomes. Now it is a flat sac-like structures. It consists of cristae, vesicles and vacuoles. Basically they help in synthesizing and secretion of enzymes, hormone, etc. It helps in the formation of acrosome of sperm. Next one is ribosome. Ribosome, as I told you, as you can see in the picture, it is present in the attached form in the endoplasmic reticulum. It is a small granules either scattered in the cytoplasm or attached on the outside. It is single walled. It is dense spherical body, and it is composed mainly of RNA. And what is the main function of ribosome? Always remember, ribosome synthesize proteins. Now lysosome. Lysosome is also known as suicidal bag, or it is intracellular digestion. It destroys foreign substances, and sometimes when the cell become old or injured, it rapidly destroy itself also. That's why it is called as suicidal bag. It digests cartilages during formation of bones. It is made up of membranous sac, and it contains 40 different types of enzyme. Now what is centrosome? Centrosome is present. It is very important. Always remember, it is always present in the animal cell, not in the plant cell. So this centrosome is very important organelle, as it helps in the cell division, which is your chapter number 2. So centrosome initiate and regulate cell division, and it forms spindle fiber with the help of esters. Now it contains a region which is surrounded the centrioles. It is located near the nucleus. It contains one or two centrioles. Now plastids. Always remember children, plastids are present only in the plant cell only. Now what are the structure or what are the characters? Several kinds or most common one, chloroplast, they contain the chlorophyll pigment and helps during photosynthesis. It is double membrane and like mitochondria, it also contains its own DNA. They are disc-like structure and called thylakoids. These thylakoids, as you can see green color, they contain chlorophyll. So there are three kinds of plastids. Chloroplast, which contain the chlorophyll pigment, which helps in photosynthesis and give green color to plant. Leucoplast, it is a colorless pigment. It stores starch and have no pigment. So basically it gives white color to the flower or rice. Chromoplast, it is colored one. It impart color to fruit and flowers, contain the pigments. Xanthophyll, yellow color one, and carotene, orange and red color one. So radish and other fruits and vegetables, they contain chromoplast. Nucleus, it is the largest organ. It regulates cell function. It contains chromosome, genes are present inside the nucleus only. Next one is nucleolus. One or more round substance structure present inside the nucleus. As you can see, yellow color part, it is a nucleolus or it is present inside the nucleus. It also produces ribosome. It participates in protein synthesis by forming and storing RNA. Now the next one is chromatin fibers. Chromatin fibers, you can see these thread-like structures. These thread-like structures are made up of DNA threads. It is present inside the nucleus only. So they carry the genes which are a hereditary unit, which transfer from parents to offspring during one generation to the another generation. Now in a green box it is written the next two part, vacuoles and granules, are non-living. 1 to 13 are all living part, last two are non-living part, but they are also very important. As first one, 14th one is vacuoles. So vacuoles are basically they are larger vacuoles are present in plant cells, whereas smaller one are present in animal cell. So the outer covering of vacuoles is known as tonoplast. What is tonoplast? The outer cover of vacuole is called tonoplast. What is the function of this vacuole? They are basically a storehouse. They are the storage center. So they store the water, other substance, food, pigment, waste product. They are like storeroom. It gives turgidity to the plant cell also, and it contains pigments like anthocyanins, which is a violet blue color. The last one is granules. You can see the minute granules. These are also non-living. They are small particles, crystals, or in the form of droplets. What is the function of these granules in the cell? They store starch, glycogen. In plants, they store in the form of starch, and in animal cell, glycogen. And fat containing granules serve as a food for the cell. Now again you can see this nucleolus contain a chromatin, which is a long strand of DNA, and it is associated with proteins. What is DNA? DNA full form is deoxyribonucleic acid, which store the genetic information which pass from one generation to the another generation. Now in this you can see it is an early stage of cell division. It is an animal cell, as it contains, why we can say that it is an animal cell? By looking the centrioles. So these centrioles, you can see centrioles, earlier I explained you that centriole is present only in the animal cell. So centrioles is there, that's why it is we can say easily it is a animal cell. So these centrioles during cell division what they help in the stretching of a chromosomes. Okay, now this in detail we will learn in the chapter number 2. Now children, you can see three picture in on your slide, on this slide, A, B and C. So in this is an experiment. A few scientists have done an experiment on amoeba. What is amoeba? It is a unicellular organism. It is a single cell organism. It grows and divides. Okay, from one amoeba, when it during cell division, it break up into, it splits into two. Okay, and then further division is going on, like you can see the first picture. So it grows, divide into two, and which regrow after the splitting of nucleus and cytoplasm. After equal distribution of both cytoplasm and nucleus, they divide, and the race of the amoeba continues. In the B picture, you can see it is written, if the nucleus is removed. Okay, nucleus plays a very important role. It control the center, like our brain. So if we will remove the nucleus from the amoeba will die. In the third picture, they are showing if the nucleus from another amoeba is transplanted in a enucleated amoeba. Enucleated means amoeba which do not have nucleus. So we have to do immediately. So if you will inject the nucleus of from A amoeba to the B, we will get the recipient survive, as you can see in the first reaction, and divides, but the donor will die because now it will become enucleated. So from this experiment you can easily understand that nucleus plays a very important role. It controls our body. Thank you children, this chapter is over. Now to start learning start writing question answer and all, differences between and all. I will send the worksheet related to this chapter, and in the next class we will start chapter number 2, structure of chromosome. Thank you, have a nice day.